Today, Sheffield Wednesday was playing at home. Despite having lived in the same house in Sheffield since April 2015, today was the first time that I heard the shouts and the chants from the stadium carried on the wind. I couldn't make out the individual chants, but it got me wondering what Sheffield Wednesday fans do chant. Football clubs with United in the title, such as Wednesday's rival Sheffield United, will often shout, "United! United!" This works well as a chant, as the word united is a strong word, a unifying word, a word that represents collective strength, singing with one voice, which is what these fans are doing. But shouting, "Wednesday! Wednesday!" doesn't really have the same gravitas. You're essentially just shouting out a day of the week, and not even one of the good ones. I've just googled Sheffield Wednesday chants, and it turns out that they actually do just shout Wednesday very enthusiastically.
Wednesday, 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 Wednesday.
They also do a version of Hey Jude, only instead of singing na 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 Hey Jude, they've cleverly altered the lyrics to be na 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 Wednesday. You see what they did there? I wonder how these chants become accepted and part of the fans' collective repertoire. Presumably, there must be times when someone tries out a chant, starts singing, optimistically hoping that it will catch on, but then it just completely falls flat and fails to get anyone else joining in, and it just embarrassingly fizzles out, leaving the poor person who tried to instigate it feeling a bit awkward. We are the Wednesday, my friends. We'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the Wednesday. We are the Wednesday. No time for losers, 'cause we are the... Come on, guys. No? Oh, okay. If you came to Sheffield having no idea about Sheffield Wednesday, you'd be rather freaked out to suddenly hear loads of voices on the wind all shouting, "Wednesday! Wednesday! Wednesday! Wednesday!" Especially if it wasn't Wednesday, although it would still be really weird even if it was. You'd also be pretty weirded out when you heard some of the other classics that they sing, such as "Shoes Off! If you love Wednesday, shoes off! If you love Wednesday..." Why? Since when has anyone expressed their liking for something by taking off their shoes? Is this a recognised denotation of appreciation that I've somehow not picked up on in the 31 years that I've been alive? I remember once chatting to quite a nice girl, and at one point in the conversation, she mentioned that her feet were aching, apologised and said that she'd have to take off her shoes, which she did. Maybe this was just an excuse, and I missed an obvious sign, and really we should be married with children now. Sheffield Wednesday sing some crazy shit. For instance, Humpty Dumpty sang to the tune of 90s pop song No Limit by 2 Unlimited. There's a song called You'll Never Lick the Beaver, another one called Mrs. Hall's Toffee Rolls, and a song which rather aptly goes, "We're Wednesday, we're balmy," too right you bloody are. There's also a chant that goes, "Stand up if you hate the police." The story behind this relates to the fact the Police covered You'll Never Lick a Beaver on one of their B-sides, and they never paid royalties or gave credit to the Sheffield Wednesday fans. The Sheffield Wednesday fans have been furious with Sting and his cronies ever since. Hey guys, I've got another idea for a chant. I think this one's really going to capture the hearts and minds. How many times, mate? Your chants are shit. Oh, I thought We Are the Wednesday, my friends was actually pretty good. No, it wasn't. It was shit. Now piss off. No, hang on. Let me just try this one out on you. It's Madonna's Holiday. Yeah, holiday. Only I thought we could change the word holiday for Wednesday. You see? So it would go, Wednesday, celebrate, Wednesday, celebrate. Seriously, mate, it's shit. Now piss off. Right, lads, now that idiot's gone, how about singing this one? Let me know what you think. I've just made it up. It's called Mrs. Hall's Toffee Rolls. Oh, brilliant. I like it already, mate. Oh yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I can imagine this one spreading round the stadium like wildfire. So it goes like this. Mrs. Hall's toffee rolls are the best. Mrs. Hall's toffee rolls are the greatest. She takes strawberry milk from the breast, and her husband does the rest. These are the actual lyrics to Mrs. Hall's Toffee Rolls, by the way. I'm not just making them up. Oh my God, mate, you've done it again. That's fantastic. That's even better than You'll Never Lick the Beaver. And that's saying something. Oh, we'll all be singing this one for years. You're a musical genius, mate. Although you want to get that one copyrighted before that bastard Sting rips you off again. I'll leave you with the lyrics to another confusingly crazy Sheffield Wednesday song. Somebody's pissed in my sombrero. Somebody's pissed in my sombrero. I told him, you twat, you pissed in my hat. And he said, I don't fucking care, oh. They don't write them like that anymore. David's Daily Digital Dollop, Dollop 221. I'm back in the kitchen, putting away the dishes and washing the dishes. I'd like to say I'm doing this due to the popularity of the last time that I was in the kitchen a few days ago. And a lot of requests have come in, an influx of people saying, can we have another kitchen dollop, David? But it's not because of that, it's just because it's 11:15. I've been very busy today, and I still haven't done the dollop, and I've got loads to still do. So I just thought, rather than writing, why not just say some stuff? So that's what I'm doing. I'm saying some stuff, and I hope that you will find something of worth in this. I was listening to some old folk songs today, and what I find incredible about some of these folk songs is some of the subject matter of the folk songs. Like, how many of them talk about, like, sleeping with underage women, essentially, underage girls, like, taking their virginity and sort of bragging about it, you know, like really kind of going on about it, like, you know, oh, she was only 14 or something like that, you know, and talking about her body in great detail, and then I'm going into detail about, like, how they got her pregnant and then ran off and all of this. And there's all these songs, and people still sort of sing these songs, really. And that's one of the weird things about folk songs, is that it's like with sea shanties, there's a lot of racist verses and sexist verses in sea shanties. And should we sing them or should we not sing them? Should we change the words, or should we not sing them at all? Or should we sing the words with the racist verses and sexist verses intact, but then make reference to it? Maybe say, well, you know, this is a song, this is the kind of thing that people were singing, this is interesting, it's interesting from a historical, sociological kind of mindset of saying, well, this song is about defiling a 14-year-old girl. Obviously, you know, we don't endorse that. However, you know, here's a song about it. You know, but it's interesting from a sociological perspective to sort of see how these songs are written and what were going through people's heads and that kind of thing. Maybe there is some validity in that, or not, I don't know. The thing that seems ubiquitous about all these folk songs about defiling young girls is that they all sound very jaunty and cheery, and they all seem to have bits in the songs that kind of go, oh, fol-de-riddle-I-do, fol-de-diddle-dee, fol-de-diddle-dee, and it's just like weird, this sort of dichotomy between kind of going, oh, I brought that girl into my bed, and then I stole her maidenhead with a fol-de-diddle-dee, fol-de-diddle-I-do, fol-de-diddle-I-do, you know, like really kind of, and it kind of just really jaunty and bragging about it, and then just kind of doing this really cheery doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's quite strange. Oh, bit of drama there. I dropped a sieve on the floor. Should we hear that in slow motion? But sometimes you can listen to these lyrics and not really know what they're singing about, or not really be focusing on the lyrics so much. You kind of get so absorbed in the fol-de-diddly-I-do, fol-de-diddly-dee, and you're just kind of having a great time. You know, you're in the folk club, you're drinking your beer, and everyone's joining in. Oh, fol-de-diddly-dee, and you just kind of go, oh, this is nice, isn't it? Fol-de-diddly-dee, fol-de-diddly-dee-do, fol-de-diddly-dee-do-dee-dee, and you're all just kind of singing along there, thinking, oh, this is good. And then you kind of maybe not really listening to the lyrics, and you don't realise that you're sort of complicit now in this person singing about a woman that is defiled, this little girl that is defiled. It is quite strange, the whole thing. It's as if it kind of justifies it. It's as if the fol-de-roll-de-rees are kind of like a vindicator. It's kind of going, oh, it's absolutely fine, we're all having a good time, aren't we? Fol-de-diddly, ah, God, That's not part of the song. I've just picked up a bit of raw chicken that must have fallen on the floor. Someone must have dropped it on the floor, and it's all this slimy. Oh! Get off! Oh God, it won't come off. It's as if by singing fol-de-roll-de-ree, it kind of makes everything okay. Maybe that was kind of Rolf Harris's school of thought. Maybe he thought, oh, I'll get away with this, it won't sound so bad. You know, because as soon as if you're the kind of person who sings Foldy-Roldy-Ree and that kind of thing, you seem like quite a harmless person. And so maybe Rolf Harris had the same idea. That's why he sang Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Lum. He liked to do all that kind of weird noise stuff, didn't he? And diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, on Jake the Peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with my extra leg. Yes, well, we all know what you did with your extra leg, Rolf. Maybe Rolf was aware of this ancient tradition of using, like, folderols and diddle-diddle-lums to kind of disguise your abhorrent sexual behaviour. So there you go. I think there's a rule. Never trust anybody who folderols. Who else folderolled? Come on, eh? The troll folderolled, didn't he? In the fairy tale, isn't there a song where the troll's on the bridge? You remember, and he says the billy goat's gruff can't cross the bridge, and he's going to eat them, and he does something about folderol as well. I'm the troll, folderol. I can't quite remember it.
Across the river bridge was a meadow full of green grass. Under the bridge lived a big bad troll, and all day long he'd sit under the bridge and sing his bad troll song. I'm a troll, foldy-roll. I'm a troll, foldy-roll. I'm a troll, foldy-roll. Foldy-roll-de-rolly.
So there you go. You can't trust anybody who folderols. That's the rules here. Trolls folderol. Rolf Harris diddle-diddle-lums. All the forky perverts, they folderol. What about the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk? Fee-fi-fo-fum. What's all that about? Why is he doing that? Fee-fi-fo-fum. I've just cottoned onto this. That weirdos, perverts, child abusers, and child eaters make weird noises. Folderol, diddle-diddle-lum, and fee-fi-fo-fum. So it's just something to look out for. If you hear anyone folderolling, then make yourself scarce, children. That's all I'm saying, alright? The dollops can't all be comedy sometimes. They have to have a serious message behind them as well. And this is one of those occasions. So, thank you for listening. From me, David Eagle. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, toodaloo. By the way, toodaloo doesn't count. In case you're thinking, hang on a minute, David's just said toodaloo. That sounds rather circumspect. What you're not telling us, David? Nothing. Toodaloo is perfectly acceptable. It's not the same as folderolling, diddle-diddle-lumming, or fee-fi-fo-fumming. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Every day, they run and jump and play. Little billy goat, great big billy goat gruff.
Today, I have mostly been experimenting with death metal reworkings of unthanked songs and holding a ladder. What's that you're saying? You spent your day doing that too? Really? Or are you just trying to be funny? Okay, you're just trying to be funny. Yeah, no disrespect, but how about leaving the jokes to me? You're only embarrassing yourself, or at least you would be if anybody else could read your thoughts like I can. Fortunately, it is unlikely that they can. It's just a weird gift that I seem to have, which manifests itself from time to time when I'm writing these blogs. Oh yes, and your bum does look big in that, by the way. The reason I was doing death metal reworkings of unthanked songs was for the young'uns in the mix, a musical experiment combining folk and pop taking place on Saturday the 20th of August at the Folk East Festival in Suffolk. It shall be available as a podcast in August too. The reason I was holding a ladder was for my housemate Ben. Now, given that I know what some of you are thinking, I want to point out that this ladder holding was purely utilitarian. It wasn't some kind of kinky pastime. Ben doesn't get turned on by seeing me holding a ladder, okay? I just wanted to quash that idea right there. Now, if it had been me supervising some scaffolding, then granted, that might be different. But scaffolding ain't cheap. Plus, if Ben's girlfriend Elsa found out, then we'd be for it again. Fortunately, Ben is ambivalent when it comes to me holding ladders, so he was able to concentrate on the task at hand, which was painting upstairs windowsills. The ladder is rather tall and very narrow, so there's not much room for manoeuvre, and it's a bit unstable, so I was making sure that Ben didn't fall. After half an hour, I heard Ben shout to me from the roof, "David, I'm ready to go down. Pull it out, and get ready to take me." Oh dear, maybe I was wrong about Ben and ladders after all. He clearly had been aroused by seeing me with a ladder, and now he was asking me to pull it out while he went down. I felt guilty for leading him on. I mean, I hadn't meant to. I didn't know I had, but I clearly had given him ideas. I began to think about how I could break his heart gently. I'd have to be careful about rejecting him too abruptly. After all, he was standing on a roof. He might jump. I carefully considered my words, but my cogitations were interrupted by Ben shouting at me once again. My God, he's insatiable. Unbelievable. David, did you hear me? Can you pull the ladder out? I want to climb down. Get ready to take my weight. Ah, I see. He wasn't making a sexual declaration after all. I got the ladder out and positioned it ready for Ben to clamber down while I let out a big sigh of relief. Stop the heavy breathing, David, said Ben as he touched the ground. I'm not turned on. What an absolute cheek. Imagining that I'd be interested. Sometimes Ben's arrogance astounds me. Just then, we realised the time. Elsa will be back from work soon. We better put the ladder away quickly before she came back. I know that what happened between us before was scaffolding-based, but it's not worth risking Elsa's suspicions, and I'm not sure she'd really appreciate the distinction. I am now in the young'uns' van, heading to Broadstairs in Kent, where we are performing tomorrow. The distinctive thing about Broadstairs Folk Festival, in contrast with many other folk festivals, is that everything takes place in locations within the town, rather than on a separate site. This means that on the Friday and the Saturday nights, the streets are alive with an unlikely combination of drunken teenagers and 20-somethings out clubbing and old Morris dancers jingling their way to one of the pubs. I imagine that as the night goes on and alcohol consumption increases, the night will take a very peculiar turn for some of these revellers, leading to some rather interesting morning after conversations. Oh my God, I pulled a geriatric Morris dancer. Oh, this better not get out. I'll be the laughing stock of the college. I have a friend who got really drunk once and slept with a Morris dancer. She doesn't remember much about it, but reckons that if she saw him again, then bells would start ringing. Oh, can you believe that I'm giving all this away for free? Completely for free. I'm writing this on the way back from Broadstairs Folk Festival, and I am pleased to report that I did not sleep with the Morris dancer. Broadstairs Festival was fun. We had some deaf children in our gig, and a woman doing signing for them. Goodness knows how the signer fared during our French shanty, which we sing very fast and in very badly pronounced French. I also did a yodeling solo, just to confuse the signer and the children even more. Personally, I believe that one of the few privileges of being blind is being able to take the piss out of the deaf. It's a form of therapy, a cathartic release, if you will. You know, come on, it's not like they can hear me, is it? Tomorrow, Ben's French girlfriend's mother is coming to stay for a few days. When I say Ben's French girlfriend, I mean Ben's only girlfriend, who just so happens to be French. I thought that I'd better clarify this, just in case Elsa is reading. She's probably already annoyed at Ben after yesterday's scaffolding ladder revelations, without adding insult to injury by making her think that Ben has a number of girlfriends of different nationalities, and that Elsa is merely the French one. The reason I bring up the fact that Elsa is French is because it is relevant to what I'm about to say. Elsa's mother is also French, and this is only to be expected, really, given that she's Elsa's mother. The original plan was for Elsa to take 2 days off work to spend some time with her mum, but she was unable to get the time off, so during the day it's going to be me, Ben, and Elsa's mother in the house. Elsa's mother doesn't really speak much English, apparently, so it's going to be an interesting couple of days, given that Ben's French is terrible, and my French is simply limited to what I learnt at school, and I'm not sure how interesting Elsa's mother is going to be to learn about how I have 2 brothers, or that I have a bed, a wardrobe, and a desk in my bedroom. I'm not sure how long I can eke out a conversation about whether she has animals or what food she likes, especially given that if she goes into detail, then I'll be hopelessly lost. I might have to lie to her in order to keep the conversation going. I can pretend that I have lots of different animals, which I can then list in order to kill quite a lot of time. Cat, dog, goldfish, normal fish, cow, horse, sheep, pig. Can do all of them. And if I give them names as well, that'll take even longer. J'ai une vache qui s'appelle Sebastian. I have a cow called Sebastian. J'ai un poulet qui s'appelle Stanley. I have a chicken called Stanley. See, I could keep doing this. If I really want to milk it, j'ai 6 cheval. 6 horses. Qui s'appelle Roger, Roy, Alex, Sarah, Jessica, Cedric. Yes. Other possible conversational gambits? I can tell her that I like to play football and that I am a frequent swimmer. This isn't true, but at least it'll give me something to say. They say that you should never ask a lady her age, but then these people weren't trying to desperately eke out a conversation with their housemate's girlfriend's French mother, with nothing but their secondary school French to help them. I can ask her how old she is, when her birthday is, and whether she'd like to go with me to la discothèque. I hope she answers non to this question, but knowing my luck, I'll end up going on a date with a woman in her 60s to a disco while Ben stays at home laughing at my stupidity. You might think that since Ben has a French girlfriend, surely his French is a lot better than mine. But no, if anything, it's even worse. The only time Elsa seems to speak French to Ben is when they're having an argument. When her irritation escalates, her voice will grow louder, and then she'll suddenly start speaking in French. Sadly, I have no idea what she's saying to him, because it generally has nothing to do with wardrobes or discotheques, and I don't know the French for ladder or scaffolding. Anyway, Wish me bon chance. That means good luck, by the way. You see, I know a thing or two. A thing or deux. And it's not like my French is terrible. That's French for terrible, by the way. You see, maybe I will be fine after all. Au revoir. That means goodbye. Yeah, I'll be absolutely fine. This French lark is a promenade dans le parc.
David's Daily Digital Dollop. David's Daily Digital Dollop. David's Daily Digital Dollop. Dollop. Number 224. Yes, my friends, I know what you're thinking, but I thought your accordion was broken. Well, my friends, it is fixed. Sean and Michael are very impractically minded. They were talking about, we're going to have to get this out on the insurance and we'll find somewhere to repair the accordion and, it's going to be a big job to fix. Anyway, I've got it out of the case. I didn't dare look at it. I was too scared to look at it. It's like a child in a way, the accordion. I like to put a nappy on my accordion. When I say it's like a child, I mean you get quite taken with it. So I didn't dare have a look at it. I just trusted Michael and Sean when they said, it's completely broken. It wasn't until I got the thing out of its case and had a look at it myself and said, well, it's just like, they are quite big cracks, but they can essentially be glued. Ben has glued it together. At first, Ben wasn't sure how my accordion would cope to being covered with sticky residue. I told him it didn't seem to affect it last time. And then he said, what do you mean by that? And I said, nothing, Ben. But what can I say? It was a rainy day, and I was drunk, and I was under a lot of stress. Anyway, Ben has glued the cracks. We put a bit of masking tape over the top, and it's working absolutely fine. In some ways, it's perfect timing for the accordion to be fixed, because it's just been fixed now, and in the next few minutes, we are expecting, and I know I said yesterday that Elsa, Ben's French girlfriend, Elsa's mother, is coming to stay. I know I said that it was going to happen this morning, but actually, because Elsa couldn't get the time off work, she is instead arriving tonight. And I've never met Elsa's mother before, but it means that I can make a brilliant impression, because in the next few minutes they should be walking through the door, and I think she might be a little bit worried, how we're going to get along, but as soon as she sees the accordion on me, it's an instant, it's like a peace offering almost, she knows she's in safe hands with the accordion on, she's maybe a bit trepidatious, and then all of a sudden, the accordion, and once I start playing French style, then I think instant points. Oh, hello.
How are you doing?
Well, hello.
He's welcoming you with a French...
With an accordion. And it's not a deliberate thing. It's just Ben's fixed it.
It's good. So, Dave, my mother.
Hello.
Hello.
Fine.
Good to meet you. How was the journey?
Long, very long journey.
Long journey. All right.
I leave my home at 9 o'clock. Hey.
9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm happy to be here.
Good.
So my English it's not a good one.
Oh no, it's better than my French.
But English people are not able to speak another language.
No,
Their
no.
language are so famous and so.
I know. Well, we can. I mean, we can speak in French, but it might
Dave
be.
isn't bad in French, actually.
Pas mal.
Yes.
No,
La
not.
musique est pas mal.
Oh, thank you. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. The reason I'm wearing the accordion is because Ben has just fixed it. We were on a plane from Canada. The accordion didn't survive the flight. It had lots of cracks in it, but Ben has managed to glue it together.
Okay.
With
And now it's okay?
And now it's okay. It's working absolutely fine, as you can hear. Yeah. So,
Anyone for a tea, glass of water, for un verre d'eau?
Non, merci. Non. Dis donc, elles sont misérables, vos petites...
C'est parce que j'ai pris les pas.
and this is, can I understand that? Poulet. It says something about chicken. Something like this said something about chicken. You've got to listen out for what words you can hear, Ben.
Not many.
I don't know what means. What do you think means?
Il faut acheter du saumon Et du fromage.
Fromage, cheese. And cheese.
Yes, confiture maison.
Saumon.
Confitant is jam.
Jam. Yes.
Yes. It's going to be easy, this, Ben.
Non, on a vu la petite lumière, on a les bols sur le piano.
Piano, yeah.
Piano is easy.
I'm doing well. Piano, l'accordion. Is it accordion? Is that what you'd say?
Accordéon. You're preventing you from recording.
No, it's alright. The dollop. How would you say dollop in French?
Gut.
Gut. That's really interesting, because if it's gut, which sounds like good, whereas in Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic, dollop is crap. So the French are a lot more optimistic about my dollop than the Scottish Gaelic people.
It is a kingdom of music here.
We've got the guitar, we've got the piano. Feel free to join in.
He's always got an accordion strapped.
Yeah, I don't normally have an accordion
I'm not
strapped.
able to play.
Well, you can just do the singing.
Perhaps
A bit of Non, je ne regrette rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. We've got tomorrow sorted out. Excellent. So how do you feel? Do you feel tired or are you wide awake? You're exhausted.
I think I was taught the word for tired. I'm trying to remember it.
Fatigué. Je suis très fatigué. Oh, tu sens fatigué?
Oui,
In
I
the back?
need to sleep.
Yes. Well, bonne nuit.
Yeah, merci. Bonne nuit.
And we shall see you demain. Le matin demain. There we go. It's going to be fine, this. It's going to be absolutely fine, people. Anyway, it's been a very strange dollop today, and I feel as if I haven't really done anything or said anything of interest. But sometimes that will happen. But hopefully you've enjoyed the new character. The new character. Like these are real people, but in my head, because I've got to do these dollops, I just think of people as characters when it comes to the dollops. Oh, that was a good character, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I am starting to think of my friends, since doing these dollops, I started to think of my friends as characters. And I'm thinking, they say something, and I go, that'll be good for the dollop. Maybe at the end of the dollops, on the 366th, we should do a poll. Who have people's favourite characters been on the dollop? Will Elsa's mother be a contender? Who knows? An appearance has been made already, but tomorrow, who knows? She was tired. She was very tired. She said herself, je suis très fatiguée, which means that she's tired. Just in case you were a bit confused when you first heard her say that, you might have thought, je suis très fatiguée. She's telling us she's a very obese lesbian. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll be back with something a lot more entertaining tomorrow. Oops. Ben, I think you've broken the accordion. What a lovely start to the dollop there. The sound. Oh, what an ambient start. Yes, very good, very good. I mean, all the. Now the fun started. Well, there we go. We're already got drama, ladies and gentlemen. Within the first 10 seconds of the dollop, already sounds of children guffawing. How would you describe that more as a cackle? Perhaps. I don't know, what is the difference? I sort of tend to think of guffawing as more bassy. No, that's maybe like a guffaw there. That's what I think of a guffaw as, and I think that's maybe because of the sound that the word makes, guffaw. It doesn't sound like a... that's not a guffaw. Like a high-pitched laugh is not a guffaw, in my opinion. Does anyone else think that as well? Or I love the fact that I'm asking it as a question. As if anyone's actually going to... I think I will comment. I don't normally comment on these dollops, but I think, I will book the trend, because this has really got me going, this. Anyway. Oh. There's another dog. The fact that I point that out to you. There's another dog, everybody. Don't worry if you're hearing all these alien sounds. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Oh. It sounds like it's doing... What's the piece of music that goes... What is that piece of music? Come on, people. if you weren't going to get in on the great guffaw conversation, you can help me out identify this tune. Morning! It's just past someone there. I think they had headphones in. I mean, what are the odds that they were listening to? That'd be quite a coincidence, wouldn't it? Someone wants to do that mathematical sum. I don't know how you would calculate it, but feel free. Come on, people. There's so many opportunities to interact. I think the great thing about sound above sight is that the most mundane, dull, and often the ugly can be beautiful. Like, for instance, this sound here. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I could sample that and make some kind of meditation tape or something. It's just the sound of a drain, but it sounds so nice. Oh, I think... Hello.
Are you okay?
I am, yeah. How are you doing?
You have 3 guesses, then I'll tell you.
What is it?
It's just,
Is it a drain?
no, it's just a water feature.
No, I thought it was a drain. I was just reminding to my friend how often the sounds like drains can look horrible, but they sound really nice. But it's a water feature, not just a drain. So
It is. Well, there is now. I mean, water flowing, you've got to get the right speed of water, otherwise it becomes, it's not relaxing.
yeah. Also, this is perfectly horned. This is a perfectly horned water feature that we've got going on. And there's me saying it's a drain. I just thought...
How dare you?
I know, no wonder you've come out your house. I'm not having this insult, he thinks.
Do you want to feel this feature?
Oh, okay then.
You just stand there and I'll open... There's a
All
gate
right.
here. Just 1 second.
All right.
Please open it. You might as well have the full thing.
Exactly then.
If you just follow me here.
So, I'm back home now, after the recording has been made, and I need to explain what on earth happened. So, I was listening to what I thought was a drain, but turned out to be a water feature. And presumably, the man whose house it is has seen me craning my head towards the water and then talking to myself, or talking into my mobile phone anyway. Presumably he thought, oh, there's a simple blind man here who's enjoying the simple pleasures of listening to gurgling water. I shall give him a guided tour of the water feature. So he came out of his house and started talking to me, and at first I thought he was going to ask what the hell I was doing, but he wasn't. He was completely, not only was he friendly and polite, but then he was properly enjoying it. Like, he then starts describing the water feature in great detail. I had to cut quite a lot of that out. We've been standing there for 5 minutes before this bit, and then he suddenly says, would you like to feel my feature? Anyway, so he opens the gate, takes me to the garden, puts my hand on his feature, and he describes it in immense detail to me, and that's where we are in the conversation at the moment.
There, and that's the bowl.
Ah.
Then to your left, that's his knee. There's 2 boys trying to get a drink.
Ah, right,
And then
okay.
just go a bit more left. Now that's his arm. Now he's holding, go more, this boy here. Now that's his arm on the water. And that's his head.
Yeah.
So he's holding this boy up in front of him. He's holding that boy up, that's his knee, the one who's on getting the drink of water.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, he's holding him
So
up.
the lad, you would be at the bowl now, and I'm holding you here.
He is.
So
At this point, he then starts to, in order to demonstrate that one boy is holding the other boy by the hips, he then gets hold of my hips and starts sort of hoisting me up ever so slightly. And he's quite a tall man, he's quite strong, and so he is kind of very slightly levitating me off the ground. I've only just met this man, we've only known each other for a few minutes, and now all of a sudden he's holding me up by the hips.
it just comes out the top about an inch.
Yeah,
That, you can over the bowl.
Oh,
If it goes any higher, you see, you'll lose the water,
yeah.
and then it doesn't go back in. Then does it?
No.
So-
Well, there we are.
There you
Well,
are.
thank you very much for the
Bye.
demonstration. And I just thought it was a drain.
No, but they
There you are. There's me.
nice little surprises.
Yeah. All right then. Well,
Where are you off to now then?
just on a little bit of a walk, and then I shall head back. In fact, it's probably time to head back, actually. I did say I was going to be half an hour to my friends because they want to go out. And I said, I won't be long. But now I've stopped to look at a water feature. So there we go.
I did see you a couple of weeks ago.
Anyway, the conversation continues. We then move on from water features, at which point I was kind of thinking, well, I said to Ben and Else that I'd be back in half an hour because we were going to go out. So I kept saying, oh, well, anyway, thank you very much. But he just kept talking to me. We talked for half an hour. We talked about the fact that he's trying to keep fit.
I like to do a bit of a round walk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get fit.
Right.
We moved on to talk about his car.
My car was in there, and mine's an older car. It's an old Porsche.
Yeah.
It's over 30 years old.
All right.
And it's just undoing all the bolts, because in the older cars there's more bolts, and he just said they're just coming apart.
Yeah.
Simply. And I don't drive much.
No.
But it does enough, like you said.
We then started talking about the road conditions of Sheffield.
There are a few potholes going down.
Yeah, this road doesn't seem
Funny enough,
so
from
bad,
here
but...
upwards isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
But when you turn around and go around the corner there, it gets a bit rough then.
But when you compare it to...
We had a discussion about the EU.
That money has come from Europe.
Yeah.
Now, I hope it doesn't run out.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's 2 billion apparently.
Yeah.
Over 25 years.
We tried about absolutely everything. And eventually I said, I really must go because I've got to get back. He said, all right, okay. And I thanked him for showing me the water feature. And then he said, anytime. As a joke, I said, brilliant, well, same time tomorrow then. And then he said, well, next time you come this way, I'll definitely come out and we'll have a bit of a chat.
Little belt.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do that walk anymore now. Every time I go out and do that walk to do the dollop, he's going to be out of his house, wanting another half an hour chat.
All right.
And you're going to head off for me.
I am, and thank you for the water feature demonstration there.
Right. Yeah, no, any time at all.
All right, okay. We'll sit down tomorrow then. Goodbye.
If you wouldn't mind, we'll have a chat another time, no problem.
All right, bye. Well, there you go. That was a bit of a joke there when I said sit down tomorrow, but he was well up for it.
So there we are, another strange dollop. There's just no knowing what's going to happen on these dollops. What will tomorrow bring? Join me tomorrow and find out. In the meantime, what's that tune?